So I just came back from watching Hellboy. What's up? I literally just saw it. How fucking god fucking shit fuck tit ass cunt fuck motherfucker. God fucking damn it. Stop making Hellboy act like a fucking teenager. They did this in the original two movies as well. They made him act like a stupid fucking teenager that drinks a lot of beer and in the original movie hides the beer from his dad. Oh, can't let dad see the beer. You're like 56 years old in human years. And in this movie he's even older. Because he was still born at the same time in 1944 during the end of World War II. And he still acts like a stupid fucking teenager. I like Hellboy in the comic books because he has this attitude of like, oh, I'm too old for this shit. And when these like witches and kings and whatever come to him with prophecies, he's just like, shove it up your ass. But in this movie, he's like, oh, god damn it, Dad. Oh, treat me like a son, Dad. Oh, some dad gives their kids Legos. Fucking, I don't like Trevor in this movie. Trevor Brutenholm, Hellboy's adoptive father, is a fucking piece of work. He sucks. I don't know why they turned him from a very kind, understanding, sweet man who gave this horrible creature a chance to live a normal life and to do something good into this asshole is just like, oh, fuck you, and he's always like, oh, thanks, Dad, oh, blah, blah. I don't like the chemistry. Also, Alice, who in the comics is like 50 years old and becomes Hellboy's love interest, she's like a edgy teenager in this movie, and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna shoot your balls off because my dead parents inside that thing said so, and I'm gonna whoa, look at me, I'm so edgy and cool. And when she's in the fucking helicopter with that Asian dude, and she goes, oh, where'd you get the scars from? I'm not gonna stop asking, so you might as well tell me. And then he tells her, and he's like, yeah, everybody died and I fucking survived. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, what do you expect, a fucking love story? I tripped and hit my head on the toilet bowl. Why would you get scars that just look like claw marks all across your face? Because you were clawed by a fucking monsters live in this world. You know that. What kind of story were you expecting? And the Blood Queen. Oh, the Blood Queen was so lame. She in the comic books, she's fucking cool. She's intimidating as fuck. Every time you see her, everything is shrouded in this bloody red, and it's just really, really creepy. And all the characters start crying and freaking out whenever she walks around. And the pig guy that you see in the movie, he was a small, pathetic piece of shit in the comics, and it was intentional. You know, he just wanted to bring her back so he could get revenge on Hellboy, right? After burning him with the iron, just like they did in this movie. But in the comics, he was this tiny piece of shit that couldn't do much of anything, to be honest. And when he realized that he had brought about the end of the world, which was not what he wanted, he tried to hang himself. But he had been cursed with eternal life, so he's hanging by a noose, crying and begging to die. And Hellboy just happens upon him, and he just begs Hellboy to kill him because he doesn't want to see what's going to happen. And it was all his fault. And Hellboy shoots the fuck out of him, and he doesn't die, and Hellboy just goes, sorry, pal, and walks away. And it's like... But the biggest thing is Hellboy himself. In this movie, he's just like in the 2004 movie. Just immature and weird. Except in that movie, at least the movies were good. They were not wonderful adaptations. They had problems. But they did do some things even better than the comics. The relationship between Trevor and Hellboy was wonderful in that first movie. I thought it was great. I really cared about everything. In the comics, it's more explained later on. That's not the main focus of the comics. And that's totally fine. The comics are wonderful, though. Read the comics. Don't bother with this movie. I don't know why they even chose to adapt this story. And do it so weirdly, too. The Blood Queen kept being like, oh my god, Hellboy, you're gonna be my king. I'm gonna be your queen. In the comics, she was just like, I want everything to fucking die. And that was her purpose. Also, I don't know why they made all the other witches, like, really beautiful and stuff. They were really crooked and gross and weird in the comics. And, I don't know why Baba Yaga had to kiss Hellboy just to be like, oh yeah, she's over there. See, in the comics, she was in another realm. Hellboy had no idea where to even start looking for her. So he had to give back the eye to Baba Yaga. And this was something that had happened in the comics. This was a long-running thing. In this movie, they're just like, exposition, exposition, exposition. Oh my god, I'm gonna tell you everything in a very short amount of time. That's the whole fucking movie's attitude to like telling stories. It sucks. I don't know why they chose to adapt this story, because it's not something you can adapt in such a short amount of time. And they try to pull this fucking Marvel bullshit. And don't get me wrong, I love the Marvel movies. And they do this thing, okay, where they have something serious and something kind of funny. And then they kind of offset those things and usually do a pretty good job. Sometimes it's awkward, but usually they do a good job of it. And I like it. I feel like it's still in the spirit of those comics. Hellboy isn't a comedy. Hellboy is a horrifying story, really, of these really horrible monsters and this guy who's trying to denounce his destiny that everyone's forcing upon him. Also, I don't know why they made it so that in this movie, he didn't even know about his origin until now, when he's been alive for like 70 plus years. Whoops. I don't know why that was needed to be told that way either. And he doesn't know anything about anything. And he's really stupid in this movie. Like, he doesn't know, he doesn't even care. He's like, oh my god, great. We gotta read about Nimue. Oh my god, great homework. The old Hellboy would never say, oh, homework. God fucking damn it. I'm so tired of this. I thought the intro was interesting. I mean, yeah, he acted weird, and I was like, I hope they're not doing this route again. But at least he fought a vampire, and it was kind of cool. And I appreciate the gore. Hellboy has never been super gory, but there's been some, like, kind of bloody stuff, I guess, in the comics. But just don't bother with this movie. Just don't. You probably already know. You've probably already seen the reviews. I don't know why I'm recording this. No one's gonna listen to it. I just had so many fucking problems with this movie. I really wanted to like it, and it started off pretty decent. And then the further we got in, the more I was like, nope, no, take it back. Oh my god, please, no, fuck. I'm sad. I tried so hard not to hear anything about what people thought about the movie before going into it, and then I saw it now. I really wanted to like it. You don't fucking understand how much I wanted to like this movie, but I don't. I think it's I think it's objectively maybe a 4. I'd say 5 out of 10. It's an average, like, gory adventure-y thing with some creepy shit, I guess. Completely, like, mediocre, throw it in the trash, who cares? But as a Hellboy adaptation, as someone who has just recently finished reading the comics leading up to this, as a Hellboy adaptation, okay, not good. Not good. 1 out of 10. Fuck off. I'm sick of Hellboy acting like a fucking teenager. And I know some people are going to say, huh, told you, Ron Perlman is the only Hellboy. Ron Perlman is fucking awesome. But the character he played in those Hellboy movies just were not Hellboy to me. He doesn't act like Hellboy, doesn't talk like Hellboy. Like the scene where, like, Johan, like, angers him and is like, oh, your anger is your problem. And Hellboy's like, oh, screw you, pal. Like, Hellboy in the comics was done with that. He figured out how to control his rage. I mean, whenever his rage breaks out in comics, it's a horrifying thing. It's serious. Like, he realizes that he's this monster that's going to bring upon the end of the world. But in the movies, he's just like, I get a little angry sometimes, and I smash things with my hand real good. Even though the right hand of doom is literally the key to destroying all of everything. They don't even talk about it in this movie, but fine, I guess. Fuck. Okay. Fucking goddamn it. They followed some things close to the comic. Even some lines were straight out of the comic. But why did they choose to adapt these stories too? This is like the end of Hellboy. But here they just made it like a part of the... It seems like something that would just happen in the middle of the comics history. In the comics, this is the fucking end. Sort of. I mean, he goes to hell after this and fights. Whatever. Don't bother. I've talked for so long. I'm gonna stop. Don't see. I don't like it. Music choice was bad too, and I didn't like the editing. Frame rate kept going up and down a lot. I don't know if that was a stylistic thing, but I didn't like it. A lot of things were like very in your face. It felt like they were screaming at you. Put on your 3D glasses. Oh, like, fuck off. No, they did so much weird shit, and some of the CG was like laughably bad, and they put too much makeup on his face. Look, it's not the actor's fault that Hellboy sucked. Whatever his face was, the Stranger Things cop, I forgot his name, the guy who plays Hopper, he's fucking great in Stranger Things, and he was good in this for what the script gave him. It's just that what the script gave him was fucking trash. It was garbage. I'm sorry. I wanted to like this movie. I wanted this to be a good adaptation of the comics. The other movies that came out were fun, silly, like little, watch them and have a good time. The comics are something really serious and wonderful and mature. This is teenage bullshit coming out of a fucking horse's ass. Help me. Help me. I need help. I need help. I require assistance. I need healing. God fucking damn it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, and one last thing. I don't like how they're trying to be hip and cool. And when Hellboy quotes something his dead Spanish or Mexican friend said, the girl goes, "Can you Google translate that?"